Hi everyone, Galit Speaks here, and I'm super excited about today's episode because I have my photographer here, Randi Rae Schaefer. She owns Randi Rae Photography and Boudoir by Randi Rae. Um, I did not only my wedding photography with her, but I also did a boudoir shoot, which is what I'd like to talk about today because it's one of those things that it seems kind of like extra, right? It seems like something that you don't necessarily need, but it's something that I recommend for every single human out there, woman, man, everything in between, because it is one of the most exciting and like empowering experiences that I've ever had. And I think that is because Randi is such an amazing photographer. She just makes it super comfortable. She makes you look amazing, and it makes you feel really, really great at the end of it. So say hello and welcome, Randi. I'm super excited to have her.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. So for boudoir photography, what do you see most with your clients? Because I know that a lot of people come in, they're super nervous, and it's probably the first time they've ever done anything like that or been in any kind of like less than perfectly dressed fashion in front of the camera. Like, what do you normally tell people? How do you cope with that?
It's so crazy because when my clients come in through the door, they're like stunned and shocked. They're like, I am so nervous. I don't know what to do. I'm like, it's okay. We'll just go look at clothes, like the outfits. It's gonna be so much fun. Like, check it out. I mean, my studio set up like a house. There's a bed, a tub, and it's so roomy and warm too, just like the feeling when you walk in. I feel like it's just like home. So I try and just be so welcoming to my clients and give them that, like, just like we're friends. I feel like as soon as they walk in and I give them a hug or shake hands, it's like we're already friends. So it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, I definitely did get that feeling from you the second I walked in. We had one conversation prior over like Zoom or something. So I kind of knew who you were. But when I walked in for my boudoir shoot, it was just like automatically felt like I was welcome and like, hey, come in. You had this crazy cool client closet with all these fun props. And it was just set up in a way that made me feel really welcome and able to kind of let loose, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what is the thing that you think you hear from your clients when, what are their hesitations to doing it, and then what are their reactions after?
The for after the shoot,
Yeah.
um, it's just when someone walks in and they're nervous and then afterwards they're just like a whole nother person. They've just like bloomed and they're like, I feel like a whole new person, and I'm just so like I want to cry afterwards. It makes me so emotional and like so happy. It's crazy. Like I can't even like explain the feeling of how great it makes me feel helping other women feel so beautiful and like love themselves.
Yeah, and I feel like that's truly what your boudoir shoots are about. It's about like not necessarily having the perfect body or being a certain type, but making you love who you are in that moment. And that's what I really loved about the shoots. I especially you're one of the I feel like a few photographers that really kind of let you see what's going on during the shoot. And so you're not like completely surprised at the end of like, oh my God, I didn't like any of that. it's you kind of work one-on-one with people to help them love how they look while they're doing it.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's that's honestly the best way to go about it, is because you don't want to be like, does this person really think I look good? And are they getting my good angles? Like the side of the face that I like. That's why I'm always like, what side do you like photographed? Because I know I'm not a fan of my left side. So I don't want them thinking their left side is fantastic. Like, no. So that's why I'm always like, I just ask you so many questions, and I love showing behind the camera. Like, as soon as we take the first picture, even before, like with you, before I even like took the picture, I'm like, this is the shot. This is so beautiful. You look amazing. So it's like the best feeling when you get to see it on the other end, like even before I edit it. It's just like, it's amazing.
Yeah. And so do you find that most of your clients feel empowered by the end of it?
Yeah, definitely. It's like they're on like a high. It's amazing. They just feel so good, and the outfits are so much fun and so pretty. Like, you put it on, you're like, I'm a bad bitch. Like, let me just wear this out. Like, I look so good. And it's amazing when my clients are like, I would never wear a two-piece or anything like the body jewelry that I have. They're like, I would never pick that out. I would never choose that. And when they put it on, they're like, this is like made for me. So it's cool to see that, and then just evolve into this new person that they've never seen before.
Yeah, I have to say that that was something that I really liked about your client closet, that it had like so much stuff. I ended up, like I had done, because it was bridal boudoir, like I had come with a bunch of outfits. So I'll tell you what happened. I did my bridal shower, and I didn't actually need anything for the house. So I told people to just bring me lingerie that I would then do a photo shoot with. So I had like a ton of stuff when I came, but when I saw what you had in your closet and all the cool accessories, I was like, oh, we have to use some of this stuff. And I remember like the wings, you had these like crazy, like Victoria's Secret angel wings, and it just feels like it's almost like play therapy, like dress up medicine almost. And it makes you feel
Yeah.
like super calm and super like excited about it. And even I brought like two people from moral support, which I thought that was really cool that you allowed me to bring some guests for moral support. But like the people that I brought for moral support got into it and started like bringing props and poses and stuff like that. So it really was kind of like this huge, almost community based, just making me feel like a goddess.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I'm so glad that you brought them with. Like, they just added so much more, and the grapes that they brought were so perfect. I'm like, yes, please bring grapes. Like, that was so cute and such a good addition. I loved it.
Yeah. So, well, let me ask you, what are the best props for, let's say somebody is going to do a boudoir shoot? Like, what should they bring? How do they prepare?
So I usually ask, what does their significant other like if it's for them? If they like football, golf, drinking. I mean, we can have nice drinks and have that as a cute set, which you would never think is cute. It ends up being so classy and nice. Um, and any t-shirts that they like, jerseys, things like that. I even ask if you have like a spread bar, cuffs, that like adds so much. The details that you can get with those that you would never think. You're like, this is for, intimacy, but it actually is such a good touch of an accessory to add to your boudoir.
Whoa, yeah. And then I saw that you were like looking for men to do dudoir shoots. Is that something that like you're just starting? Have you had any yet? I've seen you had a couple of couples, but have you had any solo guys do it yet?
Haven't had any solo guys do it, only because they're like us women, they're like, we need to work out, I need to, get fit. And I'm like, you really don't, but it's okay. So I've just been patiently waiting. But usually when I have couples, I like to split them up for a little bit, do a little like solo of the female, solo of the male, so that they in the end get a little bit of like solo of each other. And it's a little like, it's more special because then it's both of them together and then separate images. So it's really fun. And then even like if the husband or fiance is watching, they're like, dang girl, like you look good. And they get so excited watching their significant other. So it's really fun.
Yeah, I do. I really recommend to like bring a hype person along, because I felt like that was really fun of just like hearing, because when you're, I don't know if you've been in the position of like being the client, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like I was gonna say like photography, but like no, like you're the client. Have you been in that position of like feeling like I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know if I look good, how I'm supposed to act, and like just having that hype person was such a great ad, because it was like, yes, that looks, it was an immediate like reaction, like, yes, that looks amazing, oh, you should do that, oh, you should try that. And they kind of push you a little further out of your comfort zone. And I think that's essentially like the beauty of boudoir, is to kind of get out of that comfort zone and realize that you are gorgeous and powerful and like just this amazing being.
Yeah, I love it so much. And when you have that hype person with you, or people, if you have two, or even just your significant other, if they want to come too, it's so amazing. And because they're already so close to you, like, why not have them with you? And someone that knows, like, that's going to give you good advice and be like, you do look beautiful, because a stranger telling you look beautiful, they don't really know you. So you're like, are you sure? But I just love having um, a hype person come with too. It's really amazing.
Yeah. I think that was like, I have to say you're an amazing hype person, but but it was really nice having like my friends there kind of, you know, putting in their 2 cents, and also helping with stuff, right? Because that's the other thing I kind of want to share with people of like, things are going to go wrong. There's always like something that's going to like go to the side a little bit, or like you're going to need help putting on your shoes, or you're going to need like, I had, my Tika, and it kept like flying to the side, and those kind of things. I feel like when you're one on one and it's just you and the photographer, maybe it's like a little harder to get out of that, tension moment of like, oh shit is like flopping and whatever. But if you have like another person just kind of step in and save the day, or like move it over, or put on your shoe when you can't figure it out, it really helps with just like the nerves and making sure that you're okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So let me ask you, tell me a little bit more about like the different types of shoots that you offer, and what you see with your clients, and what they gravitate towards.
So I specialize in boudoir. I do a lot of maternity boudoir too. I love maternity boudoir. It is like, it's one of my favorites too. I have so many favorites. Honestly, everything is. But that's like some of my top. And it's I love doing, nudes of my clients, especially with maternity, because you're just embracing your body of growing another human. Like, that's so amazing that we can do that. So I love, as nerve-wracking as it is for most clients, you're usually naked in front of, a doctor. Us females, going in for our exams, whatever. Your significant others, and that's pretty much it. So coming in front of a stranger to do a shoot, you're like, okay, this is a little scary, but just in the end, honestly, less is more during your boudoir shoot. So, and it's, your body is just so beautiful, and it's honestly a work of art. That's how I see everyone's bodies. So I just love creating art with everyone.
That's so beautiful. I love that intention of saying each body is a work of art, and your curves are your curves, and just love them because they're beautiful no matter what. um, I know that like is definitely something with a lot of people struggle with, of just not feeling adequate, or not feeling like they are fit enough or in shape enough to do something like this. But I kind of want to urge people to go beyond that, because what will happen is, like, first of all, Randi will make you look amazing no matter what. That's like the first thing. But also, if you don't do this, you'll look back in like 5 years and be like, hey, I was in such great shape 5 years ago. I wish I would have done it then. And like, it'll just keep going on and on and on. And like that, almost like FOMO, like backwards looking FOMO, right? Like I did miss out on this thing that could have been amazing, and empowering, and just make you feel like I really left there kind of like feeling like a goddess, feeling just like the best I had ever felt in a very, very, very long time. And I don't think there's many experiences that give you that. Is that like something that you hear from your clients over and over? I feel like that's like kind of like the end result of most of your boudoir shoots.
Yeah, it is. They're just like, "Oh my God, like that was me. Like I feel so beautiful," especially like after if you get your makeup done professionally like you did, because I know I can't do my own makeup, so I would definitely hire someone. They just transform you and you just feel so beautiful, and it's like a spa treatment too, so relaxing. So it's amazing when you just get that shock factor after the shoot, and they're just like, "Can we do it again?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah, that is definitely the feeling that I got, of like immediately after. I was like, I want to do this again. I want to do this like once a month, because it just took me to that place that, you know, this was something that I had never done for myself, and that I had wanted to. And like, all right, I have been an adult since there were cell phone cameras, and I've taken pictures of myself, but it's not the same at all. Like, this is a whole different ball game with your editing and the way that you make it like pop, and like certain things come into the foreground, certain things, like there's mirrors involved, there's tubs involved, there's like all these like really cool aspects. I remember there was like one part where you were like you were photographing via a chandelier. Like, those are the things that you can only get with a professional, and you don't have to be like a Kardashian to be able to have that type of experience. Like, everyone should have that type of experience at least once in their life, and just have that feeling. I know that there are a couple people watching, and
Yeah.
I just want to say, if you do have any questions for Randi, if you want to know anything specific, definitely comment, and I will put your comments, questions up on the screen. I definitely want to have everybody go to Randi's Facebook group. If you are on the fence about boudoir shoots, her Facebook group is Boudoir by Randi Rae. Is that it? Boudoir Portraits by Randi Rae Photography. And I love the way that you
Boudoir
interact.
Portraits.
Yeah. I love the way that you interact in that group. Do you have any like specific goals that you do with that group? I know you do like a lot of this or that and like fun games and stuff like that.
I do, yeah. I try and do like giveaways pretty often, or like free session fees, things like that. Right now I'm doing a giveaway to get to hopefully 3,000 followers. I know it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot of people because I've grown from only having 500 to 1,000. Now I have 2,000, and it's so amazing to just see that there's 2,000 people in my group and watching and seeing these beautiful images. So right now, I have a giveaway box I can show you. It has all women-owned businesses, like things that they sell. So anyone, if they want to go to the group, you just invite as many friends as you want and can that are over 18 and are women, and you can be entered in to win all these goodies.
Yay. Yeah, I love that. And I mean, 3,000 is like a beautiful number, and I'm glad that you're doing like a fun giveaway for it. I was just looking at your group. You have 2.3K members right now, so you're not that far. Like, it seems far, but you're not that far away. Hopefully you get a lot more after this. So it also, the group I love because it has a ton of engagement, and you put in like, you hype up every single woman that comes to you for a shoot.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying that, like, I love how you hype up every single woman that comes to you for a shoot. You do like behind the scenes, you'll do sneak peeks, obviously with consent. That is something I really liked as well, that you didn't just share stuff, you asked, and I was totally down with sharing all of the images because I was like, yes, love it. You got one of my images published in a magazine. Yeah. I really love that you hype up your clients, right? It's just all about their beauty.
Yeah.
The way that they, like show them how beautiful that they are. And I think that's the message that I wanted to get across with this.
Yeah,
with this
I love
topic. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry,
I think I cut
my
you off.
Wi-Fi is terrible.
That's okay.
It's okay. No, it's okay. No, I do. I honestly, I get so many different just variety of women that like different body types, styles, tall, short, all that, and I love it. It's so fun to work with just different women all the time. It's such a fun. I just love my job. It's not really, actually, it's not a job. It's my career. It's my hobby. It's not even work to me, honestly, because I have so much fun, and it's like a party that we have, and like dress up, like you said.
Yeah, I am a firm believer in like medicinal dress up, as it's something that like I discovered many years ago, of like, sometimes you don't have to like, because I'm obviously a money coach, and I don't want to always be like spending money on new stuff, but there's something so magical that happens when you get to play characters and dress up. And I love costumes, and that's I DIY a ton of costumes all the time. We bonded over the fact that we're both like Halloween lovers and October babies. And there's something so therapeutic about getting to like play dress up and becoming a different version of yourself, because it's not necessarily, I feel like, especially with this, it's not necessarily becoming a different person. It's becoming a different version of yourself that you want to showcase.
I completely agree. Because I have so many different outfits in there, that you can be comfy and be more, subtle and relaxed, or you can just go all out and just, get crazy. Because I will match whatever energy you have. If you are like beyond excited, we'll be like so excited together. If you want to be like just more chill, then like we'll just have fun and chill. So it's so awesome to just see the different characters that everyone wants to be. And I love having the client closet because you don't have to, stress on finding something and then spending money on something that you don't like in the end, because you can just try it on at my studio. And if you like it, then there you go. It's right there. You can wear it to your shoot. So it's awesome to offer that for everyone.
Yeah. And I actually have a question about that. So I kind of, from your client closet, kind of picked more accessories, but do you get pushback from people about the actual lingerie and wearing it? And how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure like how to answer that one. Like, I mean, everyone has been pretty good like about like what I have. So I have a good range of comfortability of what everyone would like. So I have more like reserved, more risque, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really good. And do you carry like a bunch of different sizes? Because I know that definitely for, let's say, more voluptuous women, they're going to be sometimes worried about that and like, oh, what if I don't fit into anything?
Yeah, I have my sizes range from extra small to 5X. So if you're say a more bustier girl, I got that for you. Like we can mix match whatever you want. You can go topless and just cover with like your hands, sheets, a prop. Your hair, even if I love when women have long hair and we do like more mermaid stuff too, to where your hair covers your chest. That's always fun. So like the ideas are honestly endless, and I love that.
Yeah, I think that's also what's really cool is you have so many different areas and so many different, like, I want to say almost themes, but different like themed areas and so many different ways that it could go. Like this same bed could be used in like a really beautiful, classy way, and it can also be used as like kind of like a little raunchy if you want it. And I think that that is amazing because you get to, oh, and this is like a, sorry, I'm ADD, so I'm gonna like go off a little bit sometimes. But what I really loved also was that you took your time and you really made sure that you got everything. It didn't feel like super rushed. It didn't feel stressful. It felt kind of like you were giving of yourself. Whereas I've been the hype person for friends on other boudoir shoots with other photographers. And like one of the things that I remember is like you had like, we're gonna get this shot, we're gonna get this shot, we're gonna get this shot, and then like we're out of it, we're out, like you gotta keep going, and like the my friend was just like, oh, okay, and just like moving on to the next thing, but you don't do that. You really like lean into it and work with the person and make sure that they feel comfortable in the shots.
Yeah, I honestly like to talk in between, either like outfit changes or switching through poses or the different sets that I have. And that just makes you more comfortable and know that you're at home and that it's not all business, because it's not for me. It's so much fun. And when we're just going through sets, things like that, poses, I love taking my time, honestly, because we're there for you. Like, not so much me. It's the shoot is all about you, and if you're there to celebrate your body, um, or anything like that, it's just I really focus on you. That's why we do a 2-hour shoot, because 1 hour is not enough. And even if we do like a 30-minute session, that's not even enough for you to, open up and things like that. So I feel like 2 hours is so perfect. And sometimes I get lost in the shoot and I'm like, oops, it's like 2.5, 3 hours. So, I mean, whatever time frame is perfect for my clients. So
That's beautiful. I also do this for, in my business, where like I'll set a specific time limit that I know it has to be, but I also give myself like a 30-minute buffer before any other appointments or anything else that I have to do, because I feel like we are in totally different fields, right? I'm like a money coach, you're a photographer. It's completely different, but it's the same in that people need to be comfortable, and you don't want to stop them in the middle of something that's important. Like for me, if somebody's having a money breakthrough, I'm not going to be like, oh, our time is up, gotta go on to the next person. Whereas like I know that a lot of money coaches do that, and a lot of like photographers do that, of like, hey, we have an hour, I've only booked this room for an hour, that's all you're getting, got quick, get out, and definitely with your oh no, did I lose her? Well, with Randy's shoot, I definitely did not feel like that, did not feel the pressure. Hopefully Randy can come back and we'll have like a few more minutes with her. But if not, I do want to give you all of her information. So on Facebook, it is Boudoir Portraits by Randi Rae Photography. Her business name is Randi Rae Photography. Oh, hey.
oh, there we go.
I was just giving everybody your info.
So sorry, my Wi-Fi.
It's all good. You said you were on the reservation today?
Yeah, that I live on the reservation over here in northern Arizona.
Oh, that's amazing. I did not know that.
Yeah, my babies are native, so we're over here.
Aw, that's amazing. I did not know that at all. That's another super cool fact.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I was just saying your business name is Randi Rae Photography. Your Instagram is boudoir_portraits by Randi Rae. I'm going to put all of this in the comments so that you know how to reach her. Twitter is BP by Randi Rae. And I just thought of like another question to ask you. And it was something that we kind of, discussed just in passing, of like, why do you feel like you're unique in this industry? Besides for like giving people the time and the space, but what do you think really sets you apart from other photographers?
I feel like how I go about the session, how I walk you through things, I pose you the whole time. I ask you if you have any ideas. Um, I make it about you. I don't make it so much as like a rush thing. Um, and it's all revolved around you and how you want to go about your session.
Yeah, I definitely really felt that from you, and also felt like you brought up ideas for me to get out of my comfort zone. Like one of the things that I probably never would have attempted was the stuff in the bathtub. So there was like a bunch of poses where like I was like on all fours in the bath, like holding on to the edges of the bathtub with like different legs raised and stuff like that. Those are the kind of things that like I never would have thought of doing. And then I love that you had me do it. You were just like, what do you think about this? And I was able to be like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the bathtub. We can get so just so many crazy poses that you would never think of in a bathtub, and it's so pretty. And it's honestly art with how I pose you, the angles, the shadowing, all of that.
That's awesome. So, besides for that, you also do regular photography. So what are the different types of photography that you do?
So I do, weddings. I did yours. Elopements are in that line also. Maternity, families, senior portraits for graduates. I sometimes do like cake smashes for kids and animals because I have my own pup, so I practice with him pretty often. I need to do some more of him because he's growing so fast. But I focus on almost every type of photography shoot besides the newborns because there you have to go through some pretty deep training to like handle them carefully and pose them carefully because they're so fragile. Um, so that's I don't do newborns. That's pretty much the only thing that I don't do. But I do photograph births that I love to do.
Wow. Okay. So tell me a little bit more about that because I would have never thought that that would be a thing.
Yeah. I kind of photographed my own in a way to a point because, you're in so much pain and you want to remember the experience. So, having cell phone photos, it's okay, but it's not the best quality. So I love to, if my potential clients are comfortable with it, you are in a very exposed state because it's intense. You're birthing a human being. So I like to connect with my clients beforehand. And when we go in, even before, I like to meet up with my clients and get to know them a little bit, maybe do their maternity. But I'm like, I really double check. Do you want photos of everything? Because I will get in there and I will take photos of the baby's head coming out, all that stuff, because I want to see it. Like with mine, I was like, get those shots for me, please, because I want to see it. You're just in this state of, okay, I got to get this child out of me. You're not focusing on, is someone taking pictures? So I love to be that one that's, right there getting everything that you want so that you can look back and remember that like amazing day.
That is crazy. I didn't even think that that was a thing. It like, okay, so I feel like because you see so many people's bodies and you're really comfortable with bodies and like seeing it as art, is it not strange for you to like see a human push out another human being and like document that?
It's like it's so normal to me. If I wasn't a photographer, I'd probably go into like being a midwife or something along those lines in that industry, because it's such like it's such an amazing experience to see someone give birth and, you know, especially photograph that for them. And when I send sneak peeks and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm crying. I'm like, I am crying with you because that was such a beautiful experience. Like, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of that. And it's so amazing. It never gets old. It's always like something new and amazing. Like, I recently did a water birth for the first time. So that was so cool to watch. It's always a little stressful because you got to push out the baby super quick because they're in water and they need to, inhale for the first time. But it's so amazing.
Wow. That like so that's another thing. Like, is there ever a time where you feel like, oh, this person is in like so much pain, I shouldn't be here?
Yeah, I feel so awkward sometimes. Like, I want to help them and comfort them because, my love language is physical touch. So I want to, like, it's okay, and like hold their hand or, help in any way that I can. But I'm like, okay, let me step back and just take pictures and let their support systems do their thing and stuff like that. So it's fun though. And I always feed off of their energy, and I cry, it's normal. Like, I'm an emotional person, and it's so beautiful. So I of course cry a little bit as I'm behind the camera just taking their pictures.
Okay, I think I just added another photography item to like my list of things that I would like. I feel like since I've met you, I've been adding more and more to the list as I've been in your group and like watching. Like, recently you did that river shoot, which was so cool to look at, and then the dudoir, which I am going to convince Justin to come and do some dudoir shoots, or just like a couples shoot or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. I love the variety of all that we can do.
yeah, you posted something about like couples painting each other, and I was like, oh, that sounds magical. Where do you get these ideas?
Yeah, it helps. I'm in a couple photography groups too with photographers, and we all kind of like feed off of each other's ideas too and recreate and do our own. Like the one where she's floating on the water that I just posted. I had seen a TikTok recently. A couple people had shared it to me, and I'm like, I gotta go do this ASAP because this is so cool. And it also reminds me of Stranger Things that I've been obsessed with. Their new season that just came out, they're kind of doing like that pose, and it's a scary show, but that's a really pretty pose like to do in a photo shoot. So I recreated that.
That's awesome. And I love that you're like super into your craft and just making like regular moments into art. I think that's really beautiful. And I really appreciate you. And thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. Is there anything that you'd like to tell the audience or let them know?
Thank you so much for having me. I can't thank you enough either. Like, since I've met you, it's been so much fun, so amazing. Um, it's been awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. So please join Randi's group. Book her for some photo shoots. If you're about to have a baby, you know where to go. I know that a friend of mine, Nicole, is like super excited. She was one of my hype people, and she's super excited to work with you in the future and like maybe do some like cool mermaiding stuff. We've been talking about her coming back to Arizona and maybe doing like some stuff in the pool with you. Like she does like amazing stuff, and I know that she's been working on like, I don't know if I can say it, but I guess I'm gonna say it. Maybe like some shibari mermaiding. But I'm really excited to see how this progresses and how I can continue to work with you. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I want everybody to work with you and follow you.
Thank you so much.
All right, that is it for today. Thank you all for tuning in to Galit Speaks. If you're watching this on Facebook, please, if you're watching it on the replay, please feel free to comment. We will answer any questions. I will make sure to get out all of Randi's information if you want to contact her. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends. And as always, you can feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media or by email. Have an amazing day, and thank you so much. Bye, everyone.